Hello, and welcome to Women's Wellness Wednesday with your host, Tyrika and Teresa. Hello, T.
Hey Reek, how you feeling tonight?
I'm excited. I'm super excited for many reasons. I'm honored to have our guest, Kara. Uh, You know, prior to being introduced to her, um, you know, it's kind of, we're very selective with how we pick our guests.
Sure.
Let's say that. So when I got the referral for um, Kara, I was like, okay, all the boxes were checked. I reached out to her, and she graciously agreed, and I'm super excited to have her. How
Yeah.
was your week? How has it been? It's hump day. So
Yeah. Productive. Have some big things coming my way. Putting it into the universe.
yes.
All
Yep.
things I will accomplish this week. How was your week? Talk to me.
So my week was great. I sent you a video that I was super proud of. I've been recognized, and I'm kind of still in awe. It has definitely set the activation up another notch. I did complete some vital things on my website as it was recommended me to.
Yeah.
But the feedback that I received from this incredible individual, who I won't name quite yet,
Right.
was worth um, everything she said. So, like I said, it kind of makes me speechless. And T, I speak well. So
Yes,
when
you
I
do.
can't come up with it, it's due to just being in awe.
Yeah.
And I'm super proud of myself. And I can
Super
honestly
proud.
say that I'm
Yeah.
in a good place. And it feels good, especially to share it here on Women's Wellness Wednesday with you and our lovely, lovely audience. So my week has been phenomenal.
Yeah,
Um,
and giving you very much praise. There's some amazing things that have been going on with you and for you these past 2 weeks.
yes.
So I hope that you are, taking the time to slow down and kind of just embrace
Well,
all that you've been accomplishing, and
yeah.
especially within these 2 weeks, 3. Like, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I
Yes,
need that.
ma'am.
Hey Juan,
Yeah,
let's
come on.
go. So, hey
Hey,
Dom,
Dom.
Tiff, hello.
Tiffany.
So I am going to take some time. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to celebrate Spade next week for her
Ooh,
birthday.
yes.
So that's
Hey,
going to be
yo.
exciting. I intend to get plenty of rest. I intend to turn up and celebrate Spade and making this milestone. It's a
Yeah,
huge
to
one.
yeah, to
35.
piggyback off of that, last week was my first kind of official show, kind
Yeah.
of filling some big shoes. So shout out to Spade. Shout out
Yes.
to her birthday coming up. And I'm glad that you guys are definitely going to be able to go celebrate her here soon.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
for sure. What else do we have? So I spoke about my website, tyrikabright.com. Please check the website out. I have some awesome courses for you to take. Thank you,
Mhm.
Big E. Thank you, Tiff. I have some awesome courses. There's a 21-day program that I suggest you check out. During that program, you and I do lunch, aka go grab lunch,
Okay.
whether it is virtually or in person. So definitely check out the 21-day program. I also have speaking opportunities available for your company, for your retreat,
Hmm.
anything that you need to for that extra boost. I'm willing to have that talk with your group. So there is a place for you to book me on my website for speaking engagements. My candles, they haven't gone anywhere. They will be on iCraft Mart, I think Friday. So stay tuned for that to continue to support Concrete Rose
Concrete Rose.
in those endeavors with the candles.
And the candles, they do pop. The smell is
Thank you.
delicious. They do have that one Tom Ford essential
Okay,
smell.
right.
Smells
So that's
delicious.
the one that you made, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I do conduct workshops. So if
Yes.
anyone wants to do a workshop, it could be a date. Date nights are wonderful. It could be a girls' night. We did
Yeah.
it for the BEN network team building. Super fun. Everyone left with a candle that they, created their own scent with. So check out the websites or the websites. Check out the workshops as well. And I think that is it. I will go over our show lineup in a few. But
Mhm.
right now, I want to say hello to the folks. Do we have? I also want to say something quick in reference to Go Grab Lunch. So Thanks. 5 pillars of resilience. Yes, yes, sir. So go grab lunch. Go grab lunch will not be at 6:30. Thank you. Look at that empowering
That's
double.
so pretty.
Isn't it beautiful?
It is.
It will not be at 6:30. Stay tuned throughout the episode. You never know when we're going to drop it. Go grab lunch is an act of kindness that we do here on the Women's Wellness Wednesday show. We Venmo or Cash App one of the guests in the audience. So what we're doing, top flight. So what we're doing is so what we
Thanks,
do is
Flight.
right, all speechless and stuff. So
Right.
what we will do is give a question. So pay attention, and whoever gets the question correct and first in the chat will win Go Grab Lunch this evening. So again, Go Grab Lunch will have one trivia question attached to it. So stay tuned for that. Without further ado, our special guest, Kara. Hello, Kara.
Hi.
Kara, how you
Hi.
How
feeling?
are you?
I'm good. I got a shiny forehead.
You look
No.
fabulous. You're glowing. You're
Yes,
Hi,
right.
guys. How are
Yes.
you?
Thank
you.
I'm great.
You guys look beautiful too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So before we get started, Kara, I would like to shout out Lynette. Lynette had a birthday yesterday. Lynette was our
Happy
mixologist.
birthday.
She's doing some great things right now, and she's definitely in the comments somewhere. But I do want to salute you, Lynette. Happy birthday! Love
Happy
you.
birthday, Annette.
So,
Happy birthday.
Kara, growth and change. That is our
Growth and
topic
change.
of this evening. With growth and change, sometimes they don't go hand in hand. And with your extraordinary story, growth and change was parallel. So, we grow old yearly, but we may
Right.
not change. So
Right.
I don't want people to, think, oh, we always change. You grow, you change. You don't necessarily change.
Right.
Something has to ignite that change. And sometimes it's growth. So
Right.
chew on that for a second in the audience. That was a bar. Growth and
It
change.
definitely was a bar.
So,
It definitely was a bar.
to lighten up the mood. So, Kara, take us on a journey. I want to get right into it.
Okay.
Again, your story was compelling. I think Shauna Butler, shout out to you. You came highly recommended as a guest. So I want to
Yes.
acknowledge that and thank you so much for joining us.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
No problem. So, Kara, what age was it, or that you can remember, where things started to change for you? What age range was that?
So I think for me, so my parents separated when I was 6. And, at that point in life, I was their kid. I felt they both loved me both more, or more than one or the other, or both loved me equally, or however you say it.
Yeah.
And then they broke up, and I don't think at the time it didn't bother me. It was confusing, like, mom's here, dad's there. I got to go here, I got to go there. I want to be
Right.
together. Around 12 is when I kind of like felt like, well, damn, is it my fault? Like, am I the reason? Like, what is going on? So at that point, I just kind of like, I went down. I just didn't care, or so to speak. I just kind of like got involved with the wrong things, and just it didn't matter. Things didn't matter at that point. Like, it was like, oh, well, like, who am I impressing? I got mom here, I got dad there. Like, they're not even together. So
So you
this
felt
happy
torn.
family that I think we're having in my head, we're never going to have it. So
Right.
whatever, I'm going to be my own family.
Do you
Okay.
feel like you went through like a rebellious stage starting at like 12 years
Oh,
old?
absolutely.
Seeking
Absolutely.
attention. You were seeking
Absolutely.
attention. Yeah.
Absolutely. Cutting school, just, doing whatever.
Okay.
Doing whatever. I start smoking weed at 12.
Right.
Okay. So, and again, what you feel as though the separation was the antecedent, was the root cause of some of that behavior that started to trigger?
So sometimes there was points in my life I could remember questioning, like, did they love me? Like,
Okay.
did, like, was I a burden? Did they love me? Those things kind of start happening later on, like around like 12. because from like 6 to 12, it's like, when they first broke up, my mom took me and my sisters and left. And then we would go for the weekend. And then for a couple years, I went to go live with my dad, just me. And then I was back with my mom, and then I was back with my dad. And then it was just like, damn, I want these people to be together.
Right.
Right.
A lot of back and forth so young, sure.
Right.
So are you the oldest?
I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest.
I'm the youngest, yes. I'm the youngest. My mom has 2 other children.
Okay.
Not with my dad, but my dad raised them. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So my mom has 2. I have 2 older sisters, Andrea and then Melissa. Melissa passed away in 2007 after she gave birth to my nephew. And then my dad has 2 sons, Andre and Kip. I'm their only child together.
Okay.
So, but I'm the youngest. Sometimes I feel like the oldest though.
With everything that you've been through.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that was 12. Preteen, what was going on 17 through 19 for you?
So, 17, I became somebody's mom. I don't even know what I was doing, what happened there, but I became somebody's mom at 17. And at 17, I not only became somebody's mom for my own child, I became somebody's stepmom, 4 people's stepmom, because that's when I met my husband. Well, let me go back. I was dealing with a guy and I got pregnant and, it didn't work out or whatever. Long story short, I met my husband and, his pickup line was, if you need a stepdad for your baby, here's me. So I didn't really have eyes for him, but he didn't stop. He didn't give up. And it worked. I mean, I guess it just worked out for us. We got together. When my daughter was 8 months, I found out I was pregnant again with my twins. I have a set of twins. So that kind of went on from 17, 18, 19. At 19, I'm married. I gave birth to twins. I have my daughter. And he has his 4 children that are actually living with him because he just took custody of those children. And it's 4 kids and me and my 3 kids. So it's 7 kids under this roof with me and him. And
at 19.
That's what was at 19. At 19. I always got, oh, you're older. Like when I was 12, I remember lying saying I was 18 and they went for it.
And it worked.
Right. And then I guess just the wisdom and just the street that I learned in those years kind of just like gave me what I needed to get along in life.
Sure.
So, I was a grown woman. I was 19, but I was a grown woman. However, I still was a child.
Yes.
I mean, I still was a child. But yeah, I met my husband. He's 12 years my senior.
Okay.
One thing I will love and respect about him is he would not sleep with me until I turned 18. That was off limits. He wouldn't do it because he was older than me. And I always kind of drew me into him more because it was like, which I didn't get that from other people, So we just kind of went on this whirlwind and I became mom to his children and we just start building this life,
Like a team.
Like a team. Exactly. Like a team. I mean, we didn't do all the good things as a team. We kind of got into a lot of illegal things. He didn't hold a gun to my head and say, I mean, a lot of people will say, oh, he preyed on me or whatever the case may be. I mean, he didn't put a gun to my head. That's what I can say. Every decision I've ever made, I made willingly. I wanted to. Sometimes maybe I even mastermind a plan, honestly speaking, And
that takes tenacity to even admit, because
society is so quick.
Society is so quick to say, again, he preyed on her or he groomed her. And if you're saying that did not occur, then that's your truth. That did not occur.
And one thing, if the situation was with my daughter, the crazy part is I'm going to probably say what society said. You're preying on my daughter. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
So
And
you
that's not
understand it.
necessarily what it is. I get it. I
Right. As
understand
a
it, you
mother,
know.
we get it.
As
Yeah.
I get it, right? You know, it's like, what are you doing 12 years her senior? You know, like
Right.
what's going on here? Like, but I wasn't your average 17-year-old or your
He
average
saw something.
18-year-old.
He probably saw
Right,
something in you.
right, right.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he introduced me to a lot. He did, but
Are you comfortable?
everything
Impressionable,
I did willingly.
Okay.
very impressionable. We can say that. At
Right,
those ages, we
right.
it's naturally genetic. I mean, that's just what happens at 17, at those adolescent age. You are impressionable. So that's just
Absolutely.
what that is. So okay, at 19, you were a mom,
Hmm.
you know, to
Seven.
multiples.
Well, all them kids.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And I still wanted more.
Oh,
Well, so what was
Yeah.
like dinner like? How do we feed, party of 9, 7 kids, 2 adults? What does like dinners look like?
Like an army. So
Yeah.
like it took me a long time not to cook big. Like even now I still cook big, and it's like we have leftovers for days.
I take
Like
leftovers, so
yes,
just
me too.
that's what I'm talking about.
throwing that
But
out there.
like, you know, we're making, so let's just go back. I mean, because let's just say back in those days, like there wasn't a lot of coins. We didn't have a lot of coins, you know,
Right.
and I honestly believe that was one of the reasons, or contributed to the reasons why we stepped into this illegal world, because
Okay.
there wasn't enough coins. You know, we
Oh,
had to get welfare, we had to get food stamps, we had to do all these things. So like, I don't, Save a Lot and Aldi's, those are my favorite stores. And they sell
Yes.
these big old 10-pound things of ground beef. Well, that is what the meat that was going in the spaghetti, the whole 10 pounds,
right.
and there wasn't no leftovers like that back then because everybody ate, you know.
Yes.
So yeah,
Okay.
meals it was big meals. Like, I had to shop
Family.
at BJ's and ShopRite and Aldi's, and I had to get bulk things. And yeah, dinner was a big thing. And I
So
made
you
it every day,
matured quickly.
quickly.
Grown woman yeah, and then yeah,
Right.
so yeah.
Because I'm in the house, I'm taking care of the kids. He's out doing whatever he's doing to bring in the money, and I'm home taking care of the kids. I'm the maker of the home, which that is a job, by the way.
It
A
is.
1,000,000%.
Yes, it is a job.
So, like, yeah, meals were big. Meals were really huge.
So, like I said, that was young adulthood, adolescence, um, and you still persevered. It sounded very difficult. It sounded very challenging. We won't say difficult because you made it through, and those kids are doing well, as we stated earlier. Everyone is thriving and doing what they need to do. So, when for you did it take a legal turn?
Well, let me rewind before it took the legal turn. Let me
Okay.
start with, at 21, I decided I wanted to have another baby. And this was, out of all the pregnancies, they all were surprised, but this one was actually planned. I wanted her. Well, I wanted her to be a her, and she ended up being a her.
Okay.
And I look how God does, because I'm telling you, I wanted that girl so bad, and that girl is just like me. I don't know what I was asking for. I'm gonna just say that. Not a shot at my daughter though, but I love her to
Right.
death.
Of
But
course,
she
of
is
course.
me. She's me, and
Right.
I see it. As I get older, I see it. But anyway, after I had her, upon being discharged from the hospital, they discharged me with a narcotic painkiller, and that, um, I don't know what happened there. It kind of happened there. And then I dealt with a pill addiction for many years after that. Um,
Okay.
that was hard. That was a lot to deal with, a whole lot to deal with. Just, it was a secret. I kept it a secret. I didn't want a lot of people to know, just because of judgment. And, I always put up this united front that I always had it together.
Sure.
And I really didn't. It was out of control.
Okay.
I lacked in some things. I made sure I always tried to put my kids first in everything.
Right.
Um, my kids, their kids, her kids, his kids.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Just like, and I tried to do the best I can, but it was a struggle, and it was hard keeping that a secret, because I wasn't ready for that part of me to be exposed. So I kept it a secret. And then when it was time to get it out, it was in 2007 when my sister died. My sister, you know, she was having a C-section. She has 5 kids. This was her 5th baby. And me and my sister Melissa, we were tight. We were really, really close. Like, she was my best friend. She was there for me through everything. We grew up together. We were best friends. We were together through everything. And, you know, I was supposed to be there with her at the hospital, and I couldn't because I didn't have the pills I needed. You know, so I put that off. And this is actually the first time that I'm actually putting this out there.
Thank you.
Excuse me, my voice is probably getting ready to crack.
Take a minute. Take a minute.
We're literally so proud of you for you being
vulnerable. You, we
Come
salute you, and we celebrate you.
I was supposed to be there, and I wasn't. And the call that we got, they were trying to reach my mom, and they said that my sister become very ill. And it's crazy because all day I tried. She had the baby on the 17th. All day I tried to get pills. I couldn't. Finally, the 18th, I was able to get them. I got in the shower. I'm tying my sneakers, and this call comes.
Thank you, Ms.
See her. And you know, the call comes through, and it's like, you know, we're trying to reach Patricia, that's my mom. And I said, she's not here, this is her daughter. And they said, okay. I said, let me get her on 3-way. So I called my mom on 3-way, and they say, you know, we need, you know, you to get to the hospital because your daughter become very ill. So I said, I'm on my way already. And I just remember doing like 100 miles. I don't even know how fast I was going. It was in Trenton. I was in like Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and usually it takes me about 40 minutes to get up there. That day it took me like 25 minutes, a half hour. That's how fast I was going. And when I got there, it's like they knew I was coming because they just let me straight up. And when, you know, we got there, the nurse, she came out and she said, my whole focus is my sister. Where is she? Like, you guys said she was ill. Let me see her. And that's when the nurse said she didn't make it. And it's just like everything stopped for me at that moment. Like, I couldn't believe it. And I was so mad at myself for not putting her first. Like, I didn't put her first.
Oh, I wish I could hug you.
Take a minute. And Kara, this is a safe place. Take your time. You just
listen. She is so proud of you. She is so proud of you. I need you to know that.
Yeah, you're doing
watching over you right now. All your growth and change, girl. She is with you right now.
That's it. She sees it.
You know, losing her was like losing me. And I don't know, that hurt. It hurt because, you know, she was my best friend. Like, she was everything to me. And I lost her, and I always felt the guilt that I felt because I wasn't there. Like, she just wanted me to be there, you know? Like, so many things go through my mind because I'm sitting here thinking, like, all right, maybe if I was there, it wouldn't have happened. Like, she had, like, these stocking, you know, she had a C-section, and they put them stocking things on you.
The TED stockings, yeah.
And she wanted them off. And my brother-in-law asked, could she take them off? And they said, yes. But I don't know, just so many things that play in my mind, you know?
Right.
Like, I know that whatever God plan was his plan. I didn't know that at the time.
Right.
But I know it today, you know? And that just put me deeper in, because I couldn't deal. So I found every easy way out. Like, and then it just elevated my addiction, and it just made it worse, you know? And again, I'm still being a secret. You know, I mean, my mom knew, the people close to me knew, You know, my husband knew, my mom knew, they knew what was going on. I don't think they knew the extent of it because, like I said, it was a secret.
Yeah.
And you know, so we get through. I don't know. It was horrible. So about a year after that, I decided, like, you know, I need to get my stuff together. Like, I can't keep doing this, feeling sorry, because guess what? I made promises to her children that I didn't keep because I was so stuck on worrying about me, numbing me, getting me together, you know, that I didn't keep.
Right.
So that was my first attempt at getting myself together. And for a little bit, I was doing okay. And then that failed. And again, another secret because like nobody knew. I was embarrassed about it. I didn't want nobody to know.
Right.
So I kept it a secret. And all that did was dive deeper into the illegal world. Like even more risk, doing more stuff, taking bigger risks. Where before we're starting with little, now we're got a lot.
Pushing the
Now I'm
envelope.
doing this. Right.
Yeah.
Really pushing the envelope. Like I'm going across state lines. I'm driving trucks full of drugs and
Right.
guns across the
So
country.
your emotions is you're
Everywhere.
chasing
Right.
that. It's
Right.
that greed, chasing that. Yeah.
And that went on. And,
Right.
you know, in the midst of all of that, I still tried to do right thing and get it together, you know? And that was when I got locked up the first time.
Okay.
I got locked up the first time. That was in 2008. And, I got locked up and I'm sorry, I left this out. I had ended up moving to New York at that time. And I went into the shelter system. And, you know, in that shelter system, I had got locked up for some things that caught up with me that I did, some laws I broke then before, and they caught up with me. And so they came and they got me and they locked me up. And they took my children. And that was it. I felt like at that moment, that was it. I just like it was crazy.
Right.
I like those are my kids.
Yes.
Like I don't care what I do, what happens to me. Those are my kids.
Right.
I take care of my kids. You don't take my kids.
I
And they
want to
took my
commend
kids.
you. I want to commend you on your I statements. The ownership that you take is mind blowing. Yes, I did it.
I did.
They came
They,
to get me.
right. And they separated my children. The older ones were all almost grown at this point. And then it was just my children, my four, and they separated them. They kept my boys together. They kept my girls together. And I was in jail for 5 months at this point. And when I got out, I was finally able to get out. I had to get them back. And they told me that it's going to take about a year or two to get them back. I have to do this. I have to do that. I said, I don't care what I have to do. Tell me, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And I did it. And I got them back in 8 months. And then then we were together. We were back together again, you know, and then life kind of started getting okay. I was trying to get it together. I ended up getting some help from the government in New York, which led me back to Philly. I get back to Philly and I relapse. I get back to where I to there. I don't know how it happened again, but it just happened. And that relapse really made me make some crazy decisions because when I tell you I was out there wilding, I was wilding. Like just when I say wilding, I don't mean like selling my body or those kind of things. You know, I never would disrespect myself like that. You know, I just took bigger risk and I didn't care. Yes. Like it was like this risk is big, but this payoff is going to be even better. Like I looked at it like trying to make up for things. My kids had anything and everything under the sun. Okay. Anything and everything. They was fly, all these things, right? So all these things I'm doing, I'm trying to make them have these best lives and all these things, all while hiding my truth, hiding it, because then again, I didn't want nobody to know. So that turned into me getting in a lot of trouble. I got into some really big trouble back in 2016.
Okay.
And I thought that I would never see the day of light again. I when that night that I got locked up, and you go to court. I don't know, you guys are familiar with the system, but when you get
No,
locked, you
ma'am.
could be, well, okay. No, man, I know that it don't, and
No,
ever.
ma'am.
So you can go to court at like midnight, and I remember going to court at midnight. I had called my husband before, and he's like, "Don't worry, as soon as you get a bail, we're gonna get you out." Da, 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 all this, and I'm like, "All right, bet, cool." I'm in the roundhouse giving away my sandwich,
Oh
my
no.
water.
Oh,
I
You're
gave the girl
leaving
my jacket
because I'm
get
out of
out.
here.
right, because then the one girl was like, "My bail's $200 and I can't get out." And I'm saying like, "Wow, what did you do to people that you can't get out?" Or like, just I didn't understand it. So all I knew is once I go to court, I'm coming home.
Right.
Well, I was very, very wrong, because that judge said we're going to set her bail at $1.5 million. My lawyer said, "Oh, that's excessive."
AD.
I said, I'm looking like, I don't even know what's going on. And then they slapped something called Nebia on there, which means you have to prove where the money come from. So I'm like, I'm never getting out of here. How I'm gonna prove this? How I'm gonna prove it? I cannot prove it.
Right.
So I ended up, the day I walked into jail, I never walked out until I walked out. And I was scared. But
Yeah.
you know what's the sad part? And this is the sad part, but this is the God's honest truth, right? I didn't think about, oh my God, I'm in trouble. Oh my God, I'm getting ready to do time. I didn't think about none of that. You know what I thought about? And that's how trifling addiction is. Oh my God, I am going to go through withdrawal.
Right.
And this is gonna suck. Yeah.
What the heck? That's all I could think about. And I don't know, something that first night, after being in there that first night, another thing, I suck my thumb. For everybody that knows me, I have sucked my thumb all my life, right? I stopped sucking my thumb after that first night in jail. 34. I
Okay.
got locked up at 34 years old. I sucked my thumb for 34 years. And that first night I didn't. And shout out to Manny. That's my husband. Shout out to him, because he said, make sure you wash your hands all the time, because there's Mercer in there. And you
Yeah.
suck your thumb, Kara. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, I can't always just wash my hands.
Right.
Like, what if I'm in a situation where I can't? I mean, yes, I can, but what if I can't?
Right.
That night I decided, I know that's crazy. I decided that night that I wasn't gonna suck my thumb no more, because I wasn't getting no Mercer.
Right.
Because guess what? All
Another
them
change.
years,
We
yeah,
want
all them
change.
years, I didn't think about washing my hands before I put them. I put my dirty thumb in my mouth and didn't care about nothing. But I wasn't gonna get is Mercer while I was in jail.
While I was locked up. Right.
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 So while I was there, that first night, that was it. That was what I needed. That first night, I didn't realize how much trouble I was in. And you know what? God is so good, because I went through the bare minimum of withdrawal. I slept. First of all, I slept for like 3 days till the officer came and said, "Hey, Gonzalez, you gonna get up and take a shower?" I said, "Leave me alone."
Right.
Right.
But I was like, what? Let me get up and see what I feel. Maybe I feel better. I think I was more mentally sick than physically.
Okay.
But at that moment, something turned in me and was like, this can't be life.
Something changed.
And from that moment forward, I just did everything that I had to do, and I tried to do it the right way. Like, it was hard though. It was very, very hard. I will say this. I met a officer in there. Her name is Miss Jefferson, and she is such an inspiration into my life today. Like, she is such an inspiration into my life, because she believed in me when I didn't believe in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really held me down, like, and she held me accountable.
Yeah.
Like,
look at that.
I would get in there and start crying, and she'd be like, them tears. You better like suck it up. Like, not in those exact words, but girl, you better suck it up. You did this.
Right.
And she helped me look at life so different. It's crazy. I gotta just turn this thing around so y'all can see it. This is how real it is. You see these? Let's make sure y'all can see it. You see these things up here?
Yeah.
She wrote these for me when I got locked up. And it says, speak this over your life. You are a child of God. You have the greatest power in the universe inside of you. You can break any addiction and overcome any stronghold, right? And then it says Matthew 23:12. But those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted.
Amen.
And I read them every day.
Praise it.
I read them every single day. Every single day I read them because they meant something to me. And she gave me something, something
Shout
in
out to
me,
her.
something that just turned this switch in me,
Activation.
right. Shout out to
Resilience.
God too, because I'm
Come
telling you.
on, Miss Nicole Jefferson. We appreciate you, Queen.
Yes,
Look,
ma'am.
there she go, right there. I love her.
Oh, that's her.
That's her.
Oh,
That's
great.
her. I just happened to look up and
Hi.
see that is her.
Oh, wonderful.
She is
This is what I'm
stunning.
saying. She has
She
been
is.
supportive so much,
Oh,
Like, I
This is
appreciate
great.
her.
we appreciate her.
We
Yes.
too.
And you know what? Another thing too that helped me too in jail alongside Miss Jefferson, my mom.
Okay.
Me and my mom.
Shout out to the
Let me
mom.
tell you something. She supported me. We always ain't see eye to eye. No, we did not. But it's like when I went to jail, I really feel like it gave her peace because she didn't have to worry.
She knew where you were.
She knew where I
She knew
was.
you were going to be
Right.
eating. She knows you're going to be, believe it or not,
Exactly.
somewhat safe.
Right.
I felt like it gave peace to her.
Yes.
And that just built this wonderful relationship that we have today. Because when I tell you, she held me down like how them girls be holding them men down. My mom was my boyfriend.
I know that's
My mom was my boyfriend.
Yes.
I got cards. She made sure I had money on my books. She made that bitch so easier, And just our talk. She would come see me, like our talks, and
yes,
just we built a better relationship. And like I cherish that with her right now,
And that's a blessing. That truly is a blessing, Kara.
Like I said, we ain't always see eye to eye. But I love my mom. I love her to death,
Listen, it doesn't come with a manual. We don't have a guide to tell us how to be the best mom.
Right.
We do the best that we can when we can. And it takes us to become mothers sometimes to acknowledge what our mothers did for us and how they also tried their very best.
Right.
So,
what you said, it does not come with a manual.
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
Right. I wish it did though, because these kids, honey.
Who you telling? Oh, I know.
So I appreciate her, I did 13 months down in the county before I went upstate, and I was hard-headed at some points, right? But I also was corny, like while everybody else was doing the like all the stuff, getting in trouble, I was like, I'm not doing that. Y'all got me messed up. Where before on the streets, I would have been like, I'm doing it because y'all doing it. I'm staying out the way.
Yes.
I'm staying out the way. I'm not getting no write-ups. First of all, they call it a correctional facility for a purpose, to correct your behaviors.
Okay.
Or you're going to keep using it as a revolving door. I'm not doing that.
If nothing changes, nothing changes.
Do you know I didn't watch not one of my kids graduate? Not one of them. Like, I would do anything to have been there for that. Like, that I'm their supporter. Those are my babies. Like, even though they drive me crazy, and just I don't.
But Kara,
I love them. I wouldn't change them at all.
Yes, and you're here now, and they know it.
Yes,
they know it.
And I'm here now, even though they drive me crazy. But I love them. I still wouldn't change that. Shout out to me and my oldest daughter, not beefing no more, because we was just beefing for like a week.
So
like 2 weeks.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So as we, we're doing our intros, and I got the referral, and you and I spoke, I think Saturday. And, we were just going over a few things about the show, my co-host, what the show would look like in the rundown. And you shared the fact that you and your oldest weren't seeing eye to eye. After we spoke, can you tell us what happened and where you guys are?
Let me tell you something, Tarika. You gave me some really good advice. Like, one thing I do these days is I listen and I take heed to the message, okay? You said, you said, love her, go to her and love her and show her that you love her, right? And I said, and when you were saying it to me, I was like, all right. But like, come on, because she keep acting like that. Like, she keep acting like that. And then I don't know. I woke up the next morning. I was like, you know what? Let me try something different. And I did. And let me tell you, I cried. They always be like, Mom, you cry all the time. Oh, well, I don't care. I cry. But it was so beautiful because we were able to talk. And if, like you said, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So I had to change something about me and my approach and what I was doing and the way I was saying it. Like I was putting me and my feelings first. And I wasn't thinking about her feelings.
Right.
You know? So I changed that. I changed it.
And what we said was, as your oldest, sometimes you were probably looking at you.
Exactly.
As a younger. You know what I mean? So you had to take a step back and say, listen, let me love on her like I needed someone to love on me and figure this thing out.
Right.
And it worked beautifully.
And it worked beautifully. Like, so we're really good. The other last night, what's today? No. The other night she made this chicken soup. And let me tell you something, she got me. Usually I cook things better than her, but that one I'm gonna just go ahead and give her all the praise because she do it better than me.
Shout out to the chicken soup.
Right, shout out to the chicken soup. But that's the only thing I'm gonna say.
I don't want to give her too much credit.
Right. She not make collard greens too, though. I'll give her that one. But yeah, I just, me also the time that I spent in jail, I built a better relationship with my kids too, coming home, it was difficult though. I will be honest with you with that, because I have to prove to them now that I'm this changed person, right? And that's hard. That's hard for them to trust me. That's hard for them to take my words and trust them. Like, so we went through battles. Like, first of all, when I came home, I couldn't even go home. I got denied. I couldn't even go home. I couldn't even go be with my children. And because I was on this, and still to this day, let me pop my collar a little bit, I follow all the rules. Okay.
Come on.
Every single rule you give me, I follow. Okay.
Adjust it.
Yes, I have to. Because, and they said, you can't go there, then I couldn't go there. No matter how bad were they really going to sit out there and watch to see if I go there? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's integrity.
You weren't taking the chance.
Yeah. And it's integrity. Doing the right thing while nobody's watching.
Amen.
That's right.
Right?
Amen.
Because God always watching me all the time.
Right.
So somebody's watching. So I couldn't go there. And, everything I did, I had to do from the muscle because I came home and I didn't be with my husband. Okay. I was unsure what path he was going to go on. I was like, I don't know. All I know is that, guess what? I'm not going back there. And I have too many years to walk off. I'm not going back there.
Right.
And we weren't together.
Okay.
So everything I did from the muscle, There was times that I slept in my car because I didn't have nowhere to go. There was times that I had to use work's bathroom to get my work day together. Like, I've been working since I came home from jail, like about a week since I came home from jail. And it's crazy because I learned this, it's called an optician. I learned how to do it in prison. And I only did it because you had to score a little higher on the test. I just wanted to be the smarter one, because I care about what people, or I used to, not so much today. I used to care about what people thought about me. It was a big part of me. Oh. I still work on that now today, but it only made just a little bit. And it depends on who the person is, because if you don't know me, I could care less what you think about me, Right. And if you do know me, it depends on, I don't know. I'm still struggling with that, honestly. I still worry about that a little bit, but most of these days I'm open and I'm honest, and you're going to get the real deal and the raw deal, and you're going to trust me. And if you don't trust me, then I don't know what to tell you, because this is just what it is.
This is what I have.
Right. Mm-hmm. I did that optical class and their job. So, I don't know. You guys never been to prison, but you get paid 19 cents an hour. 19 cents an hour. 19 cents an hour to do real work. Not no little baby work. I mean real work, okay?
Do you have to have a job while you're in there?
If you deny the job, you're getting a write-up. So when they gave me that job to shovel that snow, I had to shovel that snow at 3:30 in the morning. And this is up near Erie, Pennsylvania. So that snow gets as high as you. shoveling that snow in 19 cents an hour. Something had to give. I had to get in that optical job. And I got in there, and now that job used to pay like 72 cents an hour. So I was getting coins. I was getting real coins.
There's really no support when you get released. Then you're supposed to be responsible at the same time. It was a dark time in my life. James said, thank you for sharing that in Real G. And James had said the same thing. I was a landscaper for 24 cents an hour.
Yep. I agree with that. There is not snow day. Yep. That's what it is. Snow day. I'm cracking up. I do agree with that. There is not a lot of support, but I will tell you this, you make the support.
That part.
You make the support, because I didn't have a lot of support. Like, I mean, yes, I had the support of, you know, I can call. I mean, there's probably a few people I could call and say, hey, can I come sleep there? But how long does that last?
Not long.
How long does that last? Not long at all. I made my support. One thing I knew that I was going to be able to do is depend on myself. That's why when I tell you I came out swinging. Okay. I worked so hard. I didn't even think I would do this optical job. You know how I even put in it? I went to ZipRecruiter, and the only reason why I did that is because another mentor of mine, Miss Valerie. I love Miss Valerie. She told me that she could hook me up with this AccuStaff in place, and that they would give me a permanent job instead of a temp job. So I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm on day 4 of coming home. So I'm trying to do everything the parole officer says, right? So I go there, got to be there at 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, all right, cool, go there, get there. Then they're like, all right, come on, we're getting in this van. I get in this van, and next thing I know, we're on the Ben Franklin Bridge, and I panic. I did not ask for permission to go out the state. I'm going out the state. What is going on? Because now I'm on this follow the rules. Nobody told me we was going across this bridge. Okay. I said, oh, I'm not doing this every day. First of all, I don't even have no car. I can't do this. I don't even have no money. I went on ZipRecruiter. I said, let me try this optician thing. And I filled out for my job, Trend Eye Care. And my boss called me back immediately, and he says, you know, he's asking me all these questions. You know, I'm trying to hold my part, do all my part, and act
sell
like
yourself.
I, you know, right, exactly. And he gets to the question. He says, can I ask you, where'd you get your experience from? Oh, there was no pause or nothing. I came straight out with it. I said, sir, I'll be honest with you. I just came home from prison 4 days ago, and that's where I got it.
That's it.
He said, oh, wow. You speak very well. Can you come in for an interview tomorrow?
Yes.
I said, absolutely. He said, can you come today? I said, well, not at the moment. Here I am in this van going to pack bread. That's what they wanted me to do, pack bread to go do this. And I'm like, I can come tomorrow. And he's like, all right, cool. I go there. Interview went great. Years later, he calls my resume a dud. He said her resume was a dud, but it was her smile that made me give her a chance, you know.
You sold yourself.
And your transparency as well.
And I did. And I've done wonderful. Like, I've done wonderful there. I've been there since I've been home. We're going on almost 4 years now.
That's
and
amazing.
I love it. I love it. And I never thought that I would do this. And I love it. I love helping people. I love and everybody needs glasses or an eye exam, whether you wear glasses.
You only get one set of eyes. So we have to take care of them. So
and I love my patients.
You know,
they'll come in and they'll say, you know, I'm waiting for Kara. Yes, a lifelong journey. Like
I got out December 28th, 94, and the jobs they were sending me to paid $5 an hour.
Can I tell you something? I went upstate when I just turned 17. I tried to stay in school. I had to fight for my life the first year after I had to put in work. But I'm getting figured out. I know that's right. Wow.
Shout out to you, James. Keep up that good work.
Stay in school.
James. We appreciate that.
Right. Yep. Because staying in school is important. I will tell you that. I've never been to high school. I've been to high school for like 3 weeks. I've never been. Yeah.
Pause, Kara. So right now we're going to get into Go Grab Lunch. I hope everyone was paying attention to this compelling, motivational, inspirational story that our guest Kara is giving us. I'm getting tongue-tied again because I get excited. So again, Go Grab Lunch is a kind gesture we do here on the Big Exclusive Network. We Venmo or Cash App you the $20 and say, hey, go grab lunch. So the trivia question. T, do you have one?
I do. How old was the beautiful Kara when she got pregnant with her first child? How old was she?
First one in the chat wins to go grab lunch.
Look at my fingers.
Anyone can answer.
So just to feel some, there it is.
17. Big E, thank you.
Actually, I was 17 when I had the baby.
Oh, so 16.
I was 16 when I got pregnant.
Okay.
But we only talked about 17.
Okay.
So I didn't say I got pregnant at 16. I said I was having babies at 17. But yeah.
Okay.
But they won.
So that's a win. Please cash at me. I'll send you your winnings for whoever got that first. I think I saw Big E and then Tiff followed up. So
yes,
I'll donate my Go Greggles to Miss Nicole Jefferson. So Miss Nicole, if you could please send a request to my Cash App, which is the $, my first name, TIRECA. There it goes. Please request it, Miss Nicole,
and
or I'll look you up.
Was she? Did you say she was one of your COs?
Yes.
Shout out to her, because listen, being a CO, I'm sure is very challenging.
Very difficult.
But to be a CO and see something in you and want to invest and wanted to pour into you, and for you now to be out and still her be a mentor or a staple in your life, shout out to her because
she has a beautiful story too.
Yes,
women supporting women.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Yes. I love her, man. I
need an appointment, by the way.
Come on. Just come on. I got you anytime, Ms. Jefferson. You know I got you. Okay. I'm back at Harbison too, and sometimes I work on City. The one on
I'll
City
take
Line
care
Avenue.
of her copay. If she has a copay, let me know. I got her.
That's right. Women supporting women. Miss Nicole, thank you so much. Is Miss Nicole able to come on real quick? Miss Nicole, are you able to pop on? We're able to provide the link in the chat. It will be a simple tap. And then we can give you your flowers here on the Big Exclusive Network.
She's so dope, man.
Hey, Creamy.
Oh.
Link is in the chat.
Yes.
Don't feel obligated, Queen.
No, not at all.
Put on the spot. We just want to praise you.
Right. Wow. And say thank you. We see you, we salute you, and we celebrate you because the job as a CO is very difficult. And to show up for yourself and those women daily is taxing. Everyone is not going to receive you the way you want to be received, the way you need to be received or respected because of the job that you do. And again, it is a job, but you take it further than that when you pour into individuals. And that's not part of your job description. So we see you, Miss Nicole, and thank you.
Yeah, she's
so
wonderful.
Kara, the school, you did what in school? You been to how many, or you went to school for 3?
I went to West Catholic, so my dad had a wife. This was going in the in between. And he had a wife, and she wanted me to go to Catholic school. So she paid all this money for me to go to Catholic school, and it just didn't work out. I was there for 3 weeks, and then I got expelled. That was it. They just didn't want me no more. And that was because by that point, by the time I got to high school, it was like, what am I doing here? I'm for the streets.
I'm grown.
Right.
Like, I'm for the streets. I don't need to know anything. Like, I'm not wasting my time. For me, looking at it, I mean, it was probably a crazy idea. And another thing, that's why I wanted to be able to see my kids graduate. I was supposed to go on a prom with my son. I've never even been on a prom, and I could have went to 2. Right. These are the reasons why. Yeah, West Catholic I went to. But they put me out. I guess I didn't fit the criteria, but it's okay.
That's too tough.
Because guess what? Back in 2005, I just went. I signed up. I was in New Jersey. I signed up and I took my GED and I passed it the first time.
Congratulations.
I was very happy. I just wanted to have that under my belt, but I wish I could have experienced the high school life.
But you know what? You've experienced other things that many people haven't. And, that is just a piece of your
driving.
History. I'm driving. Okay, yeah, definitely focus on that, Miss Nicole. But we thank you for all that you do. So, yeah, Kara, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your transparency. If I can ask that you actually, you know what, T, did you want to
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna lighten up the mood for a minute.
Let's lighten up the mood.
We're gonna lighten it up
a little bit. And that's not to take away from you, because as you see the comments, your story is powerful. We're grateful to have you.
Yes.
It's bringing awareness, and I guarantee you something is going to resonate with somebody that's been watching, because us women, we like to hide things. We don't like to be vulnerable at times. So just thank you for just speaking your truth this evening. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for allowing me to.
Amen.
Like, I never in a million years thought that was this something that I would ever do. Like, you know, like,
well, you did it. You conquered it.
I did it. Right.
And it's around forever. It's not going anywhere. Someone can tune in. They can drop these gems. They can get some gems, you know, and receive some things. You said a lot, and we appreciate it all.
Look,
she's here.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Miss
Hi, Jefferson.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Hold on, it's going in and out.
How are you? Can you hear me?
Yep,
we can hear you, hon.
Oh no, it's going in and out, Miss Jefferson.
Wait a minute. Okay. I don't know what's going on.
It's a little bit.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't know. I'm driving, y'all. I'm driving.
It's okay.
But y'all
it's okay.
beautiful.
It's good to see
How are
you.
It's good to see you. I need an appointment.
Good. All right, come on. You know I got you. I got you.
Okay, that's better.
I got you.
Yes. This is so beautiful.
I miss your face.
This is so beautiful.
Thank you.
I love the love, ladies. I love the love.
This
I really
awesome.
do.
Yes.
That sun is coming through that window while you're driving so beautifully on that skin, queen, over there. I see
you. So pretty.
You're shining.
Oh, I love you, Miss Jefferson. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Jefferson.
I love you too. I just love to hear a story. I'm excited.
So I was going to say, Miss Nicole, can you give us your fondest memory of Kara?
Oh, that's a good question, Reed.
Oh, it was so many. I'm gonna say this, that she was really my best worker. Like, she was always on time. So I'm not like all that she's talking about right now. I knew she was going to always be good when she got out. She just needed a push. She just needed to know who she was and run with it. Because when I say she is phenomenal, she is phenomenal. A mother, she's great. I watched how she was disciplining her kids while they were just being there. Like so when people say they're locked up and they can't do those things, that's false. She was she was mom even while she's incarcerated.
Come on.
Like digging into their behinds even while they was incarcerated.
I did.
You know? So
So
outside of that, she was great. She was like, I trusted her. Like, I wasn't your typical CEO. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, I did 30 years, but you know, I love working with the women, and so I trusted her. You know, with my life at times. You know, where even CEOs I know didn't even have my bag. You know, but I trusted her. You know,
that says a lot.
Yeah, I did. I really did.
That's
character. And
don't fight and let it out, Kara. Let it all out, girl.
Yes. She's amazing to me. You know, she was always the one I always told her, like, you better find me wherever I'm at when you get out. Like, don't always stay connected. And so I've always stayed connected with her. You know, and so I'm not
going above and beyond your position as a CEO to pour into her and hold her accountable and ensure that she kept her head up, because I'm sure it was challenging every day.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And she's right. She cried every day. Every day. I used to be like, girl, get up. You're going to be all right. You know, but, you know, she's doing the doggone thing. And I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. Like, it's a lot of women that I've dealt with since then, but she's definitely one of my top. She's my top.
Thank you so much.
You know, You know,
Thank you.
Like I said, that's why I said when you said you want to be on here today, I'm like, okay, I need to be right. Like I felt like a proud mom. Like, okay, Kara's going to tell her story. You know, like so I was like, I'm there to support. I'm supporting her wherever. Like I say, I even go to the eye doctor, so she hooked me up with the glasses. You know, I'm there. I'm there.
Yes.
Wherever she's at,
She ain't making
I'm
72 cents no more. Okay.
No. Oh no. Oh no. But she's doing an awesome
the county
job.
was a little better. The county was a little better.
Yes.
You made $1.75 an hour.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Make sure she got her paycheck too. Make sure she got her money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm proud of her though.
I've gotten 8 raises since I've been home.
8?
8.
Yeah. I'm telling you, she's the bomb. She is the bomb.
That separates you from the collective. I know.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm highly
Thank
recommended.
y'all so much.
Yeah.
I
Highly
appreciate
recommended.
you guys so much.
And this is only the beginning. Kara needs to write a book. I've been telling her that for the longest time. You know, she has a story to tell. That's why I'm so excited about what she's doing right here. Is because this is the beginning, you know, that she has to, you know, share her story. This is part of her healing, is sharing her story with others. Because it's so many other women that are just like her that are saying that they can't make it or they can't do it, but they can. Trust me.
And they have.
You know,
and they
They
will.
will continue to do it through resilience. It's within. It's within.
And I'm gonna tell you, she was definitely one of the ones that I was really connected to, because I lost my husband 7 years ago, and she was there at that time when I really needed someone to talk to. So she she don't even realize that she was helping me through my process.
Wow.
You know.
How it comes around.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
she was helping me through my process and my healing journey. You know.
We see you, Kara.
So.
We salute you, Kara.
Yes,
we're
ma'am.
celebrating you, Kara.
Thank y'all.
And you, Miss Vicky, we appreciate you as well. Thank you so much for joining us and popping in. Thank you so much.
And then you said, did you say you had something for me? I want to donate to someone, whoever.
Okay.
Give my lunch to someone else.
Okay.
Oh.
You guys, the love is just so lovely.
We love the love.
Figure it out. We'll send it to somebody.
Yeah. Because guess what? Whatever I get, I always get back. I mean, listen, my life has been great, and so I always try to give back. You know what I'm saying? You know, because whatever you give, it comes back to you double.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You know,
what you give out, we get back. What you give out, we get back.
And that means even with the people that I'm like a Kara. So I feel like what I've given to her, I'm watching what I've sown in the ground. So it's really what I'm reaping. You know, this is what I'm reaping. I'm reaping the things that I've, you know, and I poured into her, and the fact that she's out here doing her thing, not getting in trouble, and it's not to take away from the other people that have gotten in trouble, you know, because I feel like at one point it'll stick, but she caught it, she grabbed it, she planted the seed, and it's keep going, it's keep growing, it's going to keep growing, even with her children. So she don't got to worry about her kids; they're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I know that's right.
She's gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. Don't worry about your kids. They're gonna be fine.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes. I love you guys. I'm great to go into church. I'm about to go to church.
Pray for us all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Name by name. Thank you, Officer Brown Jefferson. Thank you.
All right.
I'll talk to you later. Oh, I love her. I really
gosh,
love
that
her,
was
man.
so good.
That was so exciting.
I really
I
love
didn't know
her.
she was gonna
I didn't even know. Like
good.
I had posted it, and she was like, she had commented and was like, I can't wait. Like this is good, you know. And like no, I'm telling you, she's very important to me. Like she is. I appreciate her.
We ready for a little fun, Kara? It'll be
all right,
quick.
come on. Ready for a little fun. Hold on, let me get these little tears up on my eyeballs.
Right.
Change gears.
Me
all right, come on. Hold on. Let me pop my collar.
Pop it.
Yeah.
Pop it, girl.
Situated.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So I'm going to give you 6 scenarios.
Okay.
You're going to name only one person that you would do these scenarios with, and you can't go back. So it's got to be the first person that comes to mind.
Okay, let me say first, I apologize to anybody.
Right, I was getting there.
Disclaimer. I apologize if I don't pick your name first, but it ain't personal.
It's not personal. She doesn't know the questions, y'all. I'm just coming up with them. So don't get upset if she don't mention your name.
Look, I'm ready to close my eyes.
Okay.
All right, come on.
First question. Who are you robbing a bank with?
God.
Say.
God.
Good answer.
God. Good answer.
God.
Good answer.
All right.
Okay. So you and God are robbing the bank. Who's driving the getaway vehicle from the bank?
Xavier.
Okay. Now,
my son. Xavier. Sorry, that's so bad.
Okay. A road trip. Who are you going on a road trip with? 7 days, just in the car, road trip.
Shantae.
Okay. Now, on this road trip, all right, you leave Shantae, you're driving down, you get stranded, right? Mm-hmm. Who would you get stranded with? Who do you think if you were to get stranded with, you would have the most successful time?
It's going to be Shantae again.
Like surviving.
It's going to be Shantae again.
Can't
because
be
she's
her.
going to get. All right.
She's like, because she's really thinking it through too.
I know.
All right. It's going to be that's a hard one. You know what? I'm gonna do it with Bella.
Okay.
My daughter. She's just like me. We're gonna argue though, but it's gonna be all right.
That's all right.
But she's gonna get up and go get the wood so we can make a fire.
Okay.
And she don't need me to go with her.
This one's a little morbid, but who you hiding the body with? Who?
My husband. Psych.
No, it ain't no psych. That's real.
It ain't no psych.
Damn.
That's
my husband.
Hands
I'm
down.
hiding it with my husband.
I love that.
And then a fun question.
Is a partnership.
That's right.
Marriage is a partnership. It's a business thing. So yeah, you got to do it with your business partner. Your business partner is your loyal person and all that. So yeah.
And then your celebrity crush. Do you have a celebrity crush that you would want to go on an all-inclusive island with?
That's a good one.
Oh yeah. I don't know his name, and it's crazy because I don't even go for the white men. But it's the guy from Chicago PD. I don't know his real name, but his name is Adam Ruzek. No, not no Voight. But Voight is a gangster. I like Adam. Adam Ruzek.
Yes.
So you got a white boy on your roster? He be feeding you pasta and lobster,
girl. Yes. And he's a looker.
I'm gonna take my sister. I'm gonna take my sister Andrea with me on the she'll probably rob the bank with me.
Okay.
Her and God.
So we got okay. You gonna take them both?
Yeah.
Cool.
There we go. There we go.
Well, God needs to be there to make sure that the process.
We good, right? We good. But it's my sister who's gonna make sure.
Because God's gonna be like, "Come on, faster, ladies."
And guess what? My sister is gonna be the one, and I know my sister. It's my oldest sister, right? She's gonna be the one that will take the blame and say my sister didn't do it.
See, that's your watcher though. That's
she my rider. She definitely ride for me. She's always rode for me.
Go.
There we go.
There we go. I'm trying to tell you. And it was so crazy.
I mean, he's all right. We could have did better.
Listen,
I mean, no, you got to see him in action, T.
You got to see him in action, yo.
He's a big deal.
But it got to be when he got the beard, though. When he got the beard, he looked like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich on potato bread. Okay,
either way,
honey, I'm telling you, I'm binge watching that right now, and I watch it just for him.
Yes. Okay, yes, Tim. Ma'am. Okay.
Aquaman, I can get it all day. Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah.
Celebrity crush. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's a man.
That is a man. Like man.
I bet if you ask him or Tommy from Power, yes. I bet if you ask anybody that know me, nobody would have never thought it would have been a white man.
Girl,
yeah, I wouldn't have guessed.
Never.
And don't ever guess it for me because it ain't never going to happen.
I love that for you, T. Just so you know that. I love that for you. Ladies, we are finna wrap up.
I had a
Kara,
really good time. Can you
give us a gem?
Y'all.
Yeah.
Can you give us a gem? Something that you want to leave everybody with this evening, if you couldn't leave us with anything else, what you want us to remember, and just something that we can carry with us.
Yep. I'm going to start it out by saying, even if you have more episodes than Dick Wolf and you fall, you just get up, brush it off.
Come on.
And you keep going. Because guess what? You're probably going to fall again.
Yeah.
But you just keep getting up. Just because you fall don't mean you're counted out. Nope. You're not counted out. You're not counted out. Just fall, get up, brush it harder, and then you keep it pushing.
The power within, the resilience within is what Miss Kara is saying. Tap into your resilience.
Yep. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
That's our president of our network. She's amazing. She produces shows. She pours into us every single morning via text. So shout out to you, Tiff. We see you, we salute you, and we celebrate you. We are not the easiest group, but we show up and we are together.
Amen.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you, Kara. T, did you want to say something to the folks?
Yeah, I just wanted to take this moment to thank Kara again. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for speaking your truth. I'm sure people might have been hesitant on you doing that, but you're bringing plenty of awareness to women. In addition to that, you now have a new family member. You need anything to talk, to cry, to scream, to laugh. Yeah. You have me now. I'm in your corner. Let's do this thing together. It takes a village. And sometimes women are so busy competing with each other.
Right.
That they're not empowering one another. So I'm here if you need me, lean on me. And again, thank you so much for coming on and telling you great for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for accepting me and bringing me on. I really appreciate it. I feel so good right now. Y'all don't even know.
Good.
Come on.
So thank you. Thank you so much.
We love that for you. And we want to keep that activated for you. So we will be in touch. Kara, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who joined us this week and the following weeks. Till next time, we'll see you next week.
Can't stop, won't stop. Bye.